My beloved child. Stop for just a moment before you continue. Do not skip this message, because what you are about to hear may stay with you long after this video ends. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Somewhere, in a quiet place that no one else noticed, someone close to you finally found the courage to put their feelings into words. They did not speak them aloud. They did not send a message. Instead, they wrote a letter that carries thoughts they have hidden for a very long time. This story begins with that letter, and every sentence you hear brings you one step closer to understanding why it was written. Imagine a sheet of paper resting on a table before sunrise. The room is silent. The world outside has not yet awakened. A hand slowly reaches for a pen, pauses for a moment, and then begins to write. Every word comes carefully, not because the writer has nothing to say, but because there is far too much to say. Some feelings are too meaningful for ordinary conversations. Some truths wait patiently until the perfect moment. Today, you have arrived at that moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The first line of the letter does not begin with a greeting. It begins with a memory. It speaks about a moment so ordinary that almost everyone else would have forgotten it. Yet for this person, that single moment became unforgettable. They remember a smile that appeared without effort. They remember a simple conversation that lasted only minutes but echoed in their heart for much longer. They remember kindness that expected nothing in return. Those little moments quietly became the foundation of something they never expected to grow. As the letter continues, the words become even more surprising. The writer admits that they almost threw the letter away more than once. They wondered whether these thoughts should remain hidden forever. They questioned whether anyone would understand what they truly meant. But every time they folded the page, another thought appeared, another memory returned, another reason to keep writing found its way into their heart. That is why this letter still exists. Pause for a second and think carefully. Have you ever felt that someone around you knew more than they ever said? Have you ever sensed that silence sometimes carries more meaning than conversation? The letter explains exactly that. It reveals that some people speak through actions while their deepest feelings remain quietly locked inside. Today, those silent feelings finally have a voice. Don't skip this story. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The writer says they watched life move forward one ordinary day after another, yet one thought never disappeared. No matter how busy life became, no matter how many new faces appeared, one familiar presence remained impossible to replace. They never expected that simple moments could become unforgettable memories. They never imagined that ordinary conversations would continue echoing in their mind long after they ended. The next page reveals something even more unexpected. The writer confesses that they often wondered if timing was the only reason they stayed silent. Perhaps the right words arrived too late. Perhaps courage arrived too slowly. Perhaps they simply believed there would always be another chance. But life has a way of reminding people that meaningful words should never wait forever. As the final lines of today's letter begin to appear, one sentence changes everything. I hope this reaches you, because some stories deserve to be told before they become only memories. Those words remain on the page, simple yet unforgettable. They are not written to create fear. They are written because honesty has finally become stronger than hesitation. The writer has chosen openness instead of silence, hope instead of uncertainty, and truth instead of wondering what might have happened. If you have stayed until this moment, you already understand that this is far more than an ordinary letter. Every line has been leading towards something greater, and this is only the beginning. The next page contains the reason this letter was written in the first place, and it reveals a detail that changes the meaning of everything you have heard so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most unforgettable part of this story has not been revealed yet. Before the next page is opened, pause for just one more moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The words you are about to hear were not written in a hurry. They were written after countless quiet moments filled with reflection, hope, and memories that refuse to fade. Every sentence carries a meaning that only becomes clearer as this story continues. The next page begins with a simple confession. There is something I have wanted to tell you for longer than you could ever imagine. Those words are followed by a long pause, as though the writer stopped to gather enough courage before continuing. They explain that many opportunities came and went, yet the right moment never seemed to arrive. Every time they wanted to speak, they believed there would always be another tomorrow. But one day they realized that meaningful words deserve to be shared while they still have the chance. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The letter continues with memories that appear small on the surface but carry extraordinary meaning. The writer remembers ordinary conversations that unexpectedly became the brightest parts of their day. They remember simple laughter that stayed with them long after everyone else had forgotten. They remember moments when nothing remarkable seemed to happen, yet somehow those ordinary moments quietly became unforgettable chapters in their life. Then comes a sentence that changes the entire direction of the letter. I never thanked you for the way you changed my life without even realizing it. Everything becomes silent after those words. The writer explains that true influence is often invisible. Sometimes a kind word arrives exactly when someone needs it most. Sometimes a gentle smile gives hope during an uncertain season. Sometimes simply being present becomes the greatest gift anyone could offer. They never forgot those moments, even if they never spoke about them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the story unfolds, the writer reveals that this letter was never meant to remain hidden forever. It was carefully folded and placed somewhere safe because they believed the right time would eventually arrive. Every passing day strengthened one thought inside their heart: if this message was never shared, an important part of their story would remain unfinished. The next paragraph feels almost unbelievable. The writer admits that they often imagined what would happen if this letter was finally opened. Would every memory suddenly make sense? Would every unanswered question finally find its answer? Would everything that once seemed ordinary reveal a completely different meaning? Those questions stayed with them for a very long time, and today they finally allow those questions to leave the page and reach someone else. Then another unforgettable sentence appears. If you are reading these words now, it means hope found its way farther than silence ever could. Those words transform the entire letter. It is no longer simply a collection of memories. It becomes a reminder that sincere feelings never truly disappear. They patiently wait for the right moment to be understood. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Near the end of this page, the writer shares one final memory before turning to the next chapter. They remember looking at the sky one quiet evening and realizing that some connections are built not through grand moments but through countless small ones that quietly shape a lifetime. They realized that every smile, every conversation, every shared memory had become part of a story much bigger than either of them could see at the time. The final lines of this page leave an unforgettable mystery. There is one truth I have protected until now because I wanted you to discover it at exactly the right moment. The next page holds that truth. The page ends there. No explanation. No answer. Only the promise that the greatest revelation has still not been revealed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most meaningful part of the letter is only one page away, and everything you have heard until now has been preparing you for what comes next. A new page slowly unfolds, and everything changes from this moment forward. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The letter has reached the place where silence finally gives way to truth. Every page before this one was preparing for what you are about to hear, and now the writer no longer hides behind memories alone. The first sentence is short, but it carries the greatest weight in the entire letter. I finally understand why our paths crossed. For a moment, the page becomes completely still. The writer explains that there were countless days when nothing seemed unusual. Life moved forward as always, conversations came and went, seasons changed, and time quietly passed. Yet looking back, every ordinary moment now appears connected like pieces of a picture that could only be understood after stepping back. What once seemed like coincidence now feels meaningful. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The writer continues by sharing something they never expected to discover. They realize that the greatest gifts in life rarely arrive with loud announcements. Instead, they appear through quiet moments, thoughtful words, unexpected encouragement, and people who leave a lasting impression without even trying. That realization changed everything. The next paragraph feels almost impossible to forget. There were many people I met, many conversations I had, and many places I visited. Yet somehow, your memory remained brighter than all the others. Those words were not written to impress anyone. They were written because they became impossible to ignore. The writer explains that some people leave footprints not on the ground, but in the heart. Time may move forward, but genuine memories continue shining with the same warmth they carried from the very beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the letter reaches its most emotional moment, another surprising truth appears. I kept wondering whether I should ever let you read this. Then I realized that some stories deserve an ending, and some deserve a beginning. That single sentence changes everything. Suddenly, this letter is no longer about looking backward. It becomes an invitation to look ahead with fresh hope, new understanding, and gratitude for every meaningful connection that shaped the journey. The writer pauses one final time before revealing the closing thoughts. If this letter has found you, then perhaps it arrived at exactly the right moment. Not too early. Not too late. Exactly when it was meant to. Those words remain on the page, quiet yet unforgettable. They remind us that timing often reveals what rushing never could. Sometimes understanding arrives only after patience has done its work. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the final page begins to close, one last handwritten note appears in the corner. Thank you for becoming part of my story. Whether you realized it or not, your kindness, your presence, and your words created memories that will always remain valuable. The letter ends there. No dramatic farewell. No unanswered regret. Only sincere appreciation, lasting memories, and the quiet reminder that meaningful connections can change lives in ways we never fully recognize until much later. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who values meaningful moments, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of stories like this. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Even though this letter has ended, its message continues long after the final word, reminding us that the most unforgettable stories are often written with honesty, gratitude, and hope. Just when it seems the story has reached its ending, one final envelope appears beneath the letter. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Most people would believe everything has already been revealed, but the writer left one last page behind, a page that was never meant to be discovered too quickly. It remained hidden because its message could only be understood after every other word had been read with patience. Across the top of the page, only one sentence is written. If you have come this far, you already know this letter was never about coincidence. The writer explains that every memory shared throughout the letter carried a purpose. Every ordinary moment became extraordinary because it was remembered with gratitude. Every quiet conversation became valuable because it came from sincerity. Looking back, they realized that the greatest chapters of life are rarely the loudest ones. They are often the simplest moments that continue shining long after they have passed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next paragraph contains a revelation that feels completely unexpected. I searched for the perfect words for a very long time, but then I realized something. The perfect words were never the answer. Honest words were. The writer admits they crossed out countless sentences because none of them felt complete enough. They wanted every line to express exactly what they had carried inside for so long. Eventually, they understood that sincerity is far more powerful than perfection. That realization transformed the entire letter into something timeless. Then another unforgettable line appears. I hope one day you remember this letter, not because of who wrote it, but because of how it made you feel. For a brief moment, everything becomes silent again. The page reminds us that feelings often outlast facts. Years may pass, memories may fade, but genuine kindness and meaningful words continue to live in the hearts of those who receive them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The writer now shares the greatest discovery of all. There is one thing I learned after writing every page of this letter. Appreciation should never remain unspoken. Those words become the heartbeat of the entire story. Every memory, every pause, every sentence has quietly been leading toward this truth. Life becomes richer when gratitude is expressed. Relationships become stronger when appreciation is shared. Ordinary days become unforgettable when someone chooses to say what truly matters. The final section contains a surprise that no one expected. Folded inside the envelope is a tiny handwritten note. It reads, "If this letter inspired even one smile, even one memory, or even one moment of reflection, then it has already fulfilled its purpose. Nothing more. Nothing less." Simple words carrying extraordinary meaning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the envelope is gently closed for the final time, the writer leaves one lasting thought. Every meaningful story begins with someone brave enough to speak honestly. Every unforgettable memory begins with someone willing to appreciate what others overlook. If these words reached you today, perhaps they arrived exactly when they were meant to. The pages come to rest. The ink has stopped. The letter is complete. Yet its message continues far beyond the final sentence, reminding every listener that the most valuable words are often the ones shared with sincerity, gratitude, hope, and kindness. Some letters are read once and forgotten. Others quietly remain in the heart, returning whenever they are needed most. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest surprise was never hidden inside the envelope, it was the reminder that a single heartfelt message can become an unforgettable part of someone's story forever.